Welcome to your ultimate pit stop, Piston Pundit. The global economy is once again caught in a high-stakes trade war. President Donald Trump has imposed a 10% tariff on Chinese imports and a 25% tariff on Canada and Mexico, sparking economic turmoil. China retaliated with a staggering 75% tariff on U.S. goods, sending shockwaves across industries. From skyrocketing car prices to disrupted supply chains, this conflict is reshaping global markets. Let's dive into the 7 biggest consequences of this escalating trade war. Number 7. Industry in the crosshairs. The auto sector takes a hit. The auto industry is among the hardest hit by escalating trade tensions. A 25% tariff on imports from Canada and Mexico, effective February 1, 2025, threatens North America's tightly integrated supply chain. Automakers like GM, Ford, and Stellantis rely on seamless cross-border trade, with vehicle components often crossing multiple times during production. With over $110 billion in annual trade at stake, these tariffs will drive up manufacturing costs, leading to higher car prices for consumers. Automakers may be forced to shift production, renegotiate supplier contracts, or absorb financial losses. Dealerships could see declining sales, and ripple effects may hit consumer spending across other sectors. The industry's next moves will determine its resilience amid shifting trade policies. Number 6. China strikes back. The rare earth metal power play. China is flexing its dominance in the rare earth metals market, restricting exports to the U.S. These elements are crucial for high-tech industries, including electric vehicles, smartphones, and defense systems. With China controlling nearly 60% of the global supply, its move directly threatens U.S. manufacturing. Finding alternative sources is costly and complex, leading to potential production delays and rising expenses. American tech and defense companies may scramble to secure materials, accelerating efforts in recycling and alternative research. This shift could slow technological advancements and force industries to rethink global supply chains. While new solutions may emerge, the immediate impact leaves many sectors vulnerable. Number 5. The EV battlefield, US versus China. The US-China trade war has turned the electric vehicle EV market into a battleground. With a 100% tariff on Chinese EVs, the US aims to shield domestic manufacturers like Tesla and Rivian. However, China's heavy subsidies make its EVs globally competitive. While meant to boost US production, these tariffs could backfire. Higher costs may slow EV adoption, while American automakers, reliant on Chinese-made batteries, face rising production expenses. Supply chain disruptions could delay new models, hinder infrastructure investment, and stall EV innovation. This standoff highlights the complexities of global supply chains. Protectionist policies may reshape the market, but at what cost? Before we delve deeper, do us a favor and smash that like and subscribe button. This helps us reach more auto enthusiasts just like you. Now let's shift gears and steer towards our next point. Number 4. Chip shortage 2.0. The semiconductor crisis deepens. If the auto industry thought the 2020 to 2022 chip shortage was bad, they might not be ready for what's coming next. The US has ramped up tariffs on Chinese semiconductors from 20.5% to a staggering 50% by 2025, aiming to bolster domestic production. But China is already countering with potential restrictions on materials crucial for chip manufacturing. Semiconductors are the backbone of modern vehicles, powering everything from infotainment systems to advanced driver assistance technologies. A shortage could mean production slowdowns, delayed model releases, and an overall hit to vehicle innovation. The US has been pushing to expand its domestic semiconductor industry with initiatives like the CHIPS Act, but building up infrastructure takes time. Until then, manufacturers will face tighter supply chains and rising costs, which could trickle down to higher car prices for consumers. Number 3. Fueling uncertainty. The energy sector caught in the trade war crossfire. The trade war is shaking up the U.S. energy sector as China slashes American oil imports, cutting off a crucial market. This decline in demand risks oversupplying the domestic market, lowering prices, and squeezing oil producers' profits. Meanwhile, China is expanding energy ties with Russia and the Middle East, shifting global power dynamics and isolating the US from key energy trade networks. These changes could reshape global markets and challenge US energy strategy. As the US pushes for energy independence through increased fossil fuel production, the accelerating shift toward renewables complicates the outlook. Balancing domestic oil output with evolving global demand will be critical to maintaining economic stability and competitiveness. Number 2. Healthcare in the crosshairs. Medical industry feels the squeeze. The U.S. medical sector is an unexpected casualty of the escalating trade war, facing a 50% tariff on Chinese medical supplies like syringes, needles, and PPE. While the goal is to boost domestic production and reduce dependence on China, the immediate impact includes rising healthcare costs and potential shortages of critical supplies. The COVID-19 pandemic highlighted the dangers of supply chain disruptions in medical essentials. Now, high tariffs could leave the U.S. vulnerable in future health crises, as hospitals struggle to secure vital equipment. Increased costs will likely be passed down to healthcare providers and consumers, further straining an already burdened system. Although efforts are underway to expand U.S. manufacturing, building a robust supply chain takes time. Until then, the medical industry must navigate rising costs and logistical hurdles, all while ensuring patient care remains unaffected. Number 1. A global shift. The trade war's domino effect. The U.S.-China trade war is triggering a domino effect, disrupting international trade, supply chains, and economic alliances. As tariffs escalate, countries worldwide are reassessing trade policies to reduce reliance on China. The European Union has imposed up to 45.3% tariffs on Chinese EVs, aligning with the US. Meanwhile, Japan and Taiwan are strengthening domestic industries to limit dependency on Chinese imports. This shift toward protectionism is reshaping global trade strategies. New economic blocs and regional supply chains may emerge, but at a cost: higher prices, inefficiencies, and global instability. Industries and consumers face rising costs and supply shortages, making the future uncertain. The big question: will this shift lead to economic resilience or prolonged volatility? Verdict: a turning point or prolonged turmoil. As US-China trade tensions escalate, industries worldwide face uncertainty. Rising car prices, supply chain disruptions, and an unpredictable EV market. The question is, can diplomacy resolve this economic standoff, or are we bracing for long-term instability? The global economy is more interconnected than ever, and the actions of one nation can have ripple effects worldwide. Will businesses adapt and innovate, or will industries struggle under mounting tariffs? What's your take on this trade war? Will it drive economic growth through self-reliance, or push industries into further crisis? Share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to Piston Pundit for the latest vehicle updates and in-depth analysis. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.